Lawsuits against Harvest Christian Fellowship, alleged abuse in Romanian children's homes. On September 16, 2025, two federal lawsuits were filed in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California, accusing former Harvest Christian Fellowship pastor Paul Hafskard of sexually abusing and trafficking dozens of children at shelters he operated in Bucharest, Romania. The plaintiffs, 33-year-old Marian Barbu and 40-year-old Mihai Constantin Pecu, both Romanian survivors, alleged the abuse occurred over 8 years in the early 2000s at the now-defunct Harvest homes. Orphanages. A third plaintiff, 36-year-old Christian Aroe, has also come forward in related claims, bringing the initial suits to 3 men. The cases name Harvest Christian Fellowship, its founder and senior pastor Greg Laurie, and former missions pastor Richard Scott as defendants, charging them with negligence, failure to supervise, sex trafficking violations under the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, and a 2-decade cover-up. Hafskard, who joined Harvest in the 1970s as an associate pastor overseeing children's ministry at the Riverside campus, proposed a Romanian mission to Laurie after a 1998 trip with Samaritan Espers to distribute Operation Christmas Child shoeboxes. Leveraging their close relationship, Hafskard convinced Harvest to fund what became Actively Restoring Kids International Arki, an independent entity he founded. The church allegedly deposited $17,000 monthly into Hafskard's personal account, enabling him to establish 10 orphanages aimed at rescuing street children with promises of food, shelter, and education. Despite minimal oversight, Hafskard reportedly lured vulnerable boys, many homeless and illiterate, with fast food and gifts, only to subject them to severe abuse. The complaints detail harrowing acts of sexual assault, including rape, forced oral sex, and inappropriate touching, often in Hafskard's private quarters or off-site hotels, where he bought the boys snacks and alcohol late at night. Physical punishments involved kneeling on walnut shells or being tied to beds. Children openly discussed the abuse among themselves and with trusted staff, yet it persisted unchecked. Hafskard even brought some victims to California for a Harvest fundraiser, parading them as success stories of rehabilitation. Red flags emerged early. Prior to Romania, Harvest allegedly knew of Hafskard's misconduct in California, including inappropriate behavior with children. In Romania, donors and visitors reported suspicions of abuse and squalid conditions, overcrowded rooms, inadequate food to church leaders as early as 2003. A pivotal 2000 for internal audit uncovered receipts for midnight hotel visits and explicit talk of abuse among the boys. Yet Scott, as a board member of Arki, received the report and took no action. No firing, suspension, reporting to authorities, or policy changes. That same year, another Calvary Chapel pastor, Steve Quarles, urged Scott to remove Hafskard immediately, calling him an embarrassment to every single missionary. Laurie and Harvest continued funding until 2008, when Hafskard abruptly returned to California, vanishing from Romania and leaving the homes to collapse without recourse for the traumatized youth. The plaintiffs argue that Laurie, as a decision-maker who selected and dispatched Hafskard, bears responsibility for ignoring these warnings, violating California mandatory reporting laws. Their emotional scars, PTSD, illiteracy, and mental health crises delayed justice until now. Represented by McAllister Oliverius, a firm specializing in abuse cases, they seek unspecified damages. The firm anticipates 20 more suits from additional victims. Harvest's statement called the claims shocking and sensational, insisting Arki was independent and the suits amount to financial extortion targeting the wrong parties. Hafskard, not the church or Laurie, efforts to contact Hafskard failed. He remains unreachable. This scandal echoes broader scrutiny of evangelical institutions' handling of abuse, raising questions about accountability in global missions.